Son, and the Holy Spirit. So today, dear friends, we celebrate the feast of Juan Diego. Now, this is what amazes me about Juan Diego. He was not a powerful man. He did not have great influence. He did not have wealth. He was a simple man. He was of the indigenous people of Mexico at that time. One could say he was the last, the lowest, and the least in terms of society at that time. And yet he is the exact person that Our Lady turned to. Our Lady revealed herself to him and gave him a strong mission, gave him that beautiful gift of the tilma, and said, now go tell the bishop. See, so oftentimes it's the grassroots holiness that has to remind the hierarchy about God, huh? Go tell the bishop. And the bishop didn't believe him. The bishop was obstinate. And Our Lady had to work a great miracle of roses in order to convince him. Eventually, he said yes, a beautiful church was built, massive evangelization happened, and millions upon millions converted to the Christian faith. Powerful. And you know what's interesting historically is the exact amount of people who converted to the Christian faith in the New World was the exact amount of people who abandoned the true faith in Europe during the Protestant Reformation. Our Lady is always making up for what is lacking, right? And Our Lady always goes to the last, the lowest, and the least. Do you know why? Because the powerful, the wealthy, and the ones with influence, they don't think they need God. And God will only go where he is wanted. God will only go where he is obeyed. And oftentimes the powerful of this world, or those who have some influence, you know, people might be retired, have a little bit of money, have possibility to complain. They start thinking that they don't need God anymore. Or they don't have to obey God anymore. They just do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. God can't work with that. Do you know how many missions God has given to people and they've said no? When I look at the church and I think all the things that we are called to do and all the things that we could do, and in my prayer when I asked the Lord, why have you not done this? It's the prayer of Gideon. Gideon, the judge, asked the same question, and God gave Gideon the same answer I have received. God has said, I want to. Do you not know the great things that I desire to do among my people? And yet they do not have the faith and they will not obey. And God tells Gideon, I cannot work. I cannot do the works among my people now that I did in the age of their forefather and their foremothers. That's the same answer today. What if Juan Diego had said, no, I'm busy, I'm poor, I have to work the fields, I have to provide for my family. No, he had thousands of possible excuses, far better than many of our excuses. Yeah, he heard and he did what was asked. It's so simple, so liberating, so sanctifying, so powerful. And yet, in our age, so rare. What is God asking of you? Maybe it's to break a cycle of fear and reach out to a neighbor. Maybe it's to make a phone call to someone who's alone. Do you realize how many people are committing suicide right now? The numbers are skyrocketing. And I'm shocked because no one's talking about it. And you look at the number of those who are now on antidepressants. One person shared with me that when they went to go fill their antidepressant at the local pharmacy, they were told to come back because they were out of stock, which indicates how many people are on these medications. Right? We need each other. Now more than ever, God is empowering and calling his believers, his children, in order to be the difference, to be the salt, light, and leaven, to reach out, to give a smile, a phone call, to show an act of mercy, to go the extra mile. Do you realize that still our local outreach centers are emptying food? As soon as it fills, it empties. And this is because people need food. In so many respects, this could be the Christian hour, the time in which we show the world what the Christian faith is truly all about. Juan Diego did it. And millions, imagine, millions converted to the Christian faith because one poor man, uneducated, had no power, no influence, one small little human being decided to say yes. And look what happened. Dear friends, on this feast day of Juan Diego, what is the Lord asking of you? What mission is he putting into your heart? And sometimes these aren't big missions. Juan Diego's first mission was go talk to your bishop. What mission is he putting on your heart? And if you don't know, then ask today. Lord, in imitation of your Holy One, Juan Diego, what mission can I do? What do you want me to do? And then whatever he asks of you, say yes. And then don't be surprised by the great things he does with your yes. Especially if it's a yes you'd rather not give, right? Or a yes that's kind of difficult. Give that yes. Again, when I look at the world today and I see all the things that we could do, all the good that could be done, and it feels as if the children of God have just gotten tired and are sleeping. And the forces of darkness seem to be overwhelming. They aren't. It's all a lie. But we have to stand up and call it. Right? We have to be the difference. We have to show the world light and goodness and peace and hope. This is our message. This is the message we receive from the risen Christ. It's the message mediated to us by Our Lady. So on this feast day, I encourage you, ask for that mission. When you receive it, or if you already know it, do it. Be the difference. Be a force for goodness. Be a sign of hope. Be a good Christian.